Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake. Yeah.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got a counter right here. Isn't this where you place the orders?
We sell trophies, we sell plaques, we do embroidery. No food.
You got carry-out?
Unlike the internet, everything that you need we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
You know, Jim, I'll be back tomorrow to pick it all up.
We'll wait for you.
Don't wait long.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for Logan Street signs and banners.
You found us.
But this ain't Logan Street. This is South 10th.
We moved 22 years ago.
Well, how come you didn't change the name?
That would have just confused people.
Well, actually, South 10th is Allisonville, if you're from Fishers.
Well, before that it was 37A, and before that it was State Road 37.
So you're telling me that Logan Street signs and banners isn't on Logan Street anymore. It's actually on South 10th. That's Allisonville and Fishers. And before that, it was 37A and 37?
So you got that straight?
Logan Street signs and banners conveniently not located on Logan Street, but rather South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Exactly.
Hey everyone, welcome to day 2 of the IEFA Kickoff Classic here today, sponsored by Diamond Golf Rentals. All IEFA teams are going to be playing in Noblesville this weekend. 2 games were last night. We'll talk a little bit about those in a bit. First of all, I do want to talk about our premier sponsor, Diamond Golf Rentals. Diamond Golf Rentals is a boutique Florida vacation rental company with properties spanning 30A and Destin, Florida. Diamond is dedicated to luxury and the guest experience. Visit IEFAfootball.com for the exclusive IEFA discount on your next vacation. They have logos there on our webpage. Click on that. And they have a special page just for IEFA members and families to get a pretty good discount on a vacation. And I'll say I've used Diamond Golf multiple times, and they do a wonderful job, and you can always count on a good experience. This is Sean Blades, head coach of the Noblesville Grinders and board of directors of the IEFA. I'm joined today by Brandon Bennett, a former IEFA player, current coach with the Noblesville Grinders for several years. Coach Bennett, it's good to see you tonight. How you feeling today?
Living the dream, Coach. Just excited to be here, excited to see some IEFA football today and see what's going on in this league. We got a lot of great teams, a lot of tradition here in this league. So looking forward to spending the day with you and seeing what we've got happening out here on the gridiron.
Yeah, it's always a good day for football. Today looks like the weather's going to be nice, pretty warm. We're going to start the day off with the Carmel Pups hosting the Franklin Central Junior Flashes. These two teams are always solid. Carmel's coached by Gary Brackett, many of you know, former Colt. His son is on the team, and he stepped up to coach this year. And Franklin Central, their coach is Nick Dreyer. He's been with them a few years now, and they're always ready to play. So here we go. Franklin Central's going to kick the ball off to start the game. Nice kickoff, lands around the 30-yard line. Oh, Carmel just falls on the ball there at the 27.
Just playing it safe.
Playing it safe. A lot of these kids, panic a little bit, and that's a safe play. You just want to make sure. We always tell our teams you want to make sure you're running a play the next play, whether on offense. You definitely don't want to give the ball up there. So Carmel's going to start this drive, 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what Carmel brings this year. They've been obviously a powerhouse in the past, and offensively always been tough to stop, and so it'll be interesting to see what they come out with this year, what kind of personnel they've got, and be fun to watch.
Yeah, they're always tough. I hate to admit it, but I think I'm 0-5 against Carmel. So who they got at quarterback there? Is that number 12, I believe? Coming out in a shotgun set. See what they do on 1st down. Just a simple quarterback run off the left tackle. Gain of about 4 yards on the play by the quarterback. I believe that is number 12.
AJ
Lyman. Good run there. Bring up a 2nd down and 6. Franklin Central's D coordinator is Todd Ballard. Good guy. Really like Todd. He's one of the guys that makes our league great. Just having guys that are all in and bought in. It looks like Franklin Central's playing a 4-3 to start this game. We got 2 deep safeties. Carmel's back in their shotgun set. It's number 28 off the right side for a big gain. Gabriel Wagner picks up about 10 yards on the play there, just off tackle play. Going to give Carmel a 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. Pretty good start for Carmel, smashing the ball on the ground and trying to make some things happen.
Yep, they found a couple of things here. Just kind of testing the waters a little bit right now, see what's going to go, what they're going to go to, and had a little success right out of the gate.
Doing what a lot of teams do nowadays is using that H-back versus a
nice tackle there. Sorry.
Tackle. That was an RPO keep by the quarterback, and wonderful tackle there by number 9, Levi Ridner from Franklin Central. Really came apart. I believe he was one of their better players last year, so that's nice to have a returner like that.
Do have a flag on the play, holding against Carmel here, Coach, and that will push them back here.
Yeah, I think FC will be really happy with that call. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 22. That just really puts you behind the sticks and gets you a little off schedule, as they say. We are waiting on our 4th official. IEFA has upgraded to 4 officials for every game beginning last year, and a little disappointed right now to see we're still missing a back judge. 2nd and 22 here for the Pups. Again, out of shotgun set. Looks like a quarterback option, and he opted to keep it, number 12. Ooh, another.
Oh, what a tackle.
Really nice tackle there by number 4, Jordan Brooks.
Wow.
Really lowered his pads, put his shoulder pad through the thighs, and did an excellent hook tackle there.
Yeah, he looked like he was going to make a lot more progress there on that run. He was started out nice, but then he came up and just laid the wood there. That was pretty to watch.
Very nice play. A.J. Lemon's a good running quarterback. You can see that, and he's finding some seams. Brings up about a 2nd and 17 right now for your Pups. They're running 2-by-2, single back in the backfield again. They're going to throw the ball, looking at the seam. Ooh. That pass is incomplete. A really good ball. Tough catch in traffic by the tight end there, and the ball was knocked loose and almost intercepted.
Yeah, that was defended so well. So well. Just hit right as soon as that ball was in his hands, and it just jarred it loose from the receiver. It was a good ball, though, and but it looks like the defense is stepping up here.
Yeah, that was a nice play all around. Running that 4-3 with the 2 deep safeties, they had guys in position for that for sure. They're rolling back into coverage a little bit. They've been walking down the strong side. They're more in a 4-4 look here.
Right.
See what Carmel does. Shotgun snap. Looking deep. Very nice coverage out there on the by number 4 for Franklin Central, Jordan Brooks again. And not only can he tackle, he can cover. He stayed with the receiver, kept contact on him, and turned. And, you know, we play IHSA rules for the most part, other than a few weight limit things and stuff like that. But a lot of guys don't know in the IFA when a ball, when there's a passing play on, you can hit the receiver and make contact as long as the ball's not in the air. It's just, you know, you got to judge when you can do that. So he made a really nice play on the ball there. Carmel's in an illegal formation here with the backfield. The punt snap is on the ground. That's going to be a really good start for Franklin Central. What looked like it was not going well, they're going to take the ball over 1st and 10 from their Carmel 17-yard line. So good momentum shift for Franklin Central there.
Yeah, huge momentum shift. I mean, Carmel, the first 2 plays of that drive really got some great positive yardage and looked like they were just going to march down the field, but Franklin Central made a couple of really nice plays there and then get the break on the bad snap there on 4th down. So what a shift for Franklin Central.
And it all started with that holding call.
Absolutely.
You know, that puts you behind schedule, and you panic as a coach sometimes. And Franklin Central's coming out in their traditional wing T look. It's running an off-tackle play. Number 9 on the carry, Levi Ridner, tackled by multiple Carmel pups.
Levi is he does a little bit of everything here, doesn't he?
He seems to be, maybe he's their guy.
He might be.
Number 9. For the record, I was number 9 in high school, but I definitely was not our guy.
Yeah, I can believe that.
2nd down and 7 here for Franklin Central from the 13-yard line. They're going to go again with wing left, again using the H-back. We're going to run a little toss with Ridner. He's got some room out there.
Does.
A great block by number 4 in space. Jordan Banks, and Levi Ridner takes it to the end zone. Wonderful play, good play call, and don't underestimate the block by number 4 there. That made that into a touchdown.
It absolutely did, and Carmel just couldn't keep contained there, and that is so important, especially at this level, is making sure you set that edge. And Carmel just wasn't able to do it there. They got outside, and then, you know, he just finished strong down at the goal line to put that thing in the end zone. What a nice play there for Franklin Central.
Really good start for Franklin Central to get a stop and punch it in. Now, in the IFA, the rules are if you, on the PATs, you can go from the 3-yard line and run or kick it, it's worth 1. You can go from the 5-yard line and run or kick it, it's worth 2. So they're going to go for 1 here. Snap to number 5, just a simple slant route out of the trips. Nice throw by number 5, Zach Lutz. Who was on the catch there?
I didn't see it, Coach.
Number 4. It's number 4. It's Jordan Banks. I think we're starting to see here that Jordan Banks and Luke Ridner are Franklin Central's guys, at least early in this game.
Right.
Making plays. That's a really good start for the Flashes. Let's talk about a couple of our sponsors here. The Smalling Group, realty based in Morgan County. Lindsay Smalling of the Smalling Group with FC Tucker Company is proud to serve Central Indiana in all their real estate needs. Whether you're ready to buy, sell, or invest, Lindsay is ready to welcome you home. Also, ACB Insurance. ACB Insurance Incorporated is an independent insurance agency located in Fishers, Indiana. We have proudly provided comprehensive and competitive insurance policies for our customers. We serve individuals, families, and businesses alike. And I have to, full disclosure, I've been using ACB for over 10 years, and Corey Kunkelman and the gang over there take excellent care of us personally and with our business. Also, let's talk about Josh Smalling Roofing and Restoration, proudly serving Central Indiana. Josh Smalling Roofing and Restoration is ready to help with your construction needs, fire restoration, remodeling, roofing, custom homes, room additions, and much, much more. We thank our sponsors so much for allowing us to get these games on the air, so those of you out of town and watching at a later time can see these games, and it's all brought to you thanks to our sponsors. Deep kick, fielded by number 21 for Carmel. Takes it about 10 yards from where he fielded it. Forgive us here, Carmel's roster is not in numerical order, so we're playing the hunting game every time they make a play, and I don't even see a number 21. So number 21 made a nice return there. Congrats to him. Carmel will start this drive 1st and 10 from their own 33, Coach Bennett.
Yeah, let's see if Carmel's going to be able to answer Franklin Central's little drive, little touchdown there, and see what they can do here. See if they can come out and maybe move the ball, get a little momentum here.
A.J. Lyman brings his troops back out. Carmel is definitely walking down, playing a little more 4-4, trying to stop the run there.
Nice play there by the D lineman. I didn't see what number that was, but that was just way to shut a block and move down the line and make that play.
That was a very nice play. Hudson Bauer on the carry there for no gain off the right side. Franklin Central looks like they got a little momentum, a little energy, and definitely playing tough right now.
Yeah, I think their front four is starting to figure a few things out here and starting to make some plays, and the linebackers are really starting to fill up a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see what Carmel does to adjust here.
2nd and 10. They're just trying to run up the middle, and it's just not a lot of blocking going on. Looks like number 33 and number 43, if I've seen those right, from Franklin Central,
Yep.
were in on the play. That's Matthew Ballard and Q West. I'm guessing Matthew is Coach Ballard's son. Obviously, he's a much better athlete than Todd. I hope Todd watches this later. Really nice plays up front. And,
great plays.
As an offensive coach or head coach, you just really get frustrated when you run, just basic bread and butter ISO plays like that, and you got 2 unblocked guys in the backfield. It really starts to make you question your schemes and what's going on, and just got to try to get better in the game, which
that looked
that was an option, quite a risky play, but
was.
They did hold on to the ball. The quarterback there, Lyman, pitched it to number 29, Hudson Bauer. A couple yard loss on the play. It's going to bring up a 4th. Sorry. It's going to bring up a 4th and 13 here. Carmel's punt team definitely struggled at first time, but it looks like they're going to be forced to punt again and with this territory.
Yeah, and at this point, if you're Carmel, you're just hoping you can get this thing off and flip the field position a little bit here, which they did. That's a really good punt. Well, they gave themselves a little bit of breathing room there, Coach. Hopefully they can, Carmel can kind of figure some things out on defense here. They didn't have much time on the last drive. I think they only saw 2 plays defensively to make some adjustments. So we'll see what they've got now against Franklin Central, and Franklin Central has some room to open up this offense now a little bit. So we'll see how Carmel adjusts and what they can do here against this Franklin Central offense.
Yeah, this is a big drive, big possession here. Franklin Central can punch this in again and go up 2 scores. It's really backbreaking for Carmel right now. You start doubting yourself and what you've been doing. There's number 4 on the jet sweep. They actually contain the edge real well. A really good cutback. Carmel's going to have to tackle better. He's going to pick up a little over 10 yards. Good hard run by Jordan Brooks. He's a football player.
He absolutely made something out of nothing there. Carmel did a great job setting the edge. He was double teamed out there and just kept stringing it out and forced it back inside, which is what you want your end or your backer to do. He did his job. Unfortunately, he didn't have any help coming from the inside there to fill the gap. So great run, but the guys up front did their job on Carmel's defense.
They really did, and that's where Coach Brackett, being a linebacker, is going to really look at that film. I mean, when you set the edge, you're looking for those inside backers to fill those windows, and they just weren't there.
Right.
Okay, there's an RPO keep by the quarterback, number 5. Again, Carmel did a really nice job out there. Zach Lutz on the keep, but the outside backer, 17 for Carmel. Again, we're playing find the number. Charlie Ingleworth did a nice job staying home, and then the corner come up and made a really nice tackle.
Yeah, he made a great play there. Just like the way he closed in on the football there, and that's tough at this age. These guys are still trying to figure things out just from football in general. And he just made a really nice play there coming up, and a one-on-one open field tackle there.
It's Brody McKenna, I believe, on the tackle. He's still kind of walking it off. He got a little dinged up on it, but he came up and made a nice play. Franklin Central's going to shotgun on 2nd and 10 and just running a power right with Jordan.
First down and more there.
Yeah, Jordan Brooks picks up about 15 yards. That was a very nice play, very well executed. Had a nice pulling lead block through the hole, and Franklin Central is definitely controlling this game with 1:52 left in the first quarter. They're already up 7-0 and driving now, just about to enter the red zone.
Yeah, I'm really liking the variety of Franklin Central's offense. It's well run right now, and we're first game of the season, so it's interesting to me to watch the different options that they have out of this offense. They're definitely got Carmel back on their heels on guessing what they're gonna do here.
They're coming out wing left here, going back under center. Just again, toss left, the same play they scored on earlier. Jordan Brooks out again, but I'll tell you that defensive tackle, number 77 for Carmel, Caden Holsworth, made a heck of a play there. He extended that play and set the edge from D tackle, really, and caused that play not to be successful. I know you love that, Coach Bennett, being the D-line coach.
Absolutely love to see his effort there. Love to see him just take it straight down the line and extend it and wait for some help out there. He had the first hands on the guy as well, and that's a great play from 7-7 there.
Thanks to Mr. Walford for showing me where the cough button is. I'll quit coughing on air pretty soon. I'm not a professional, just if anybody was wondering. All right, they're going to go out of shotgun here on 2nd down and 11. Again, you got double wing situation. They trying to throw it up the seam. They had something. That's an interception for Carmel. That's a big momentum shifter right there.
That is.
What number is that, 12? That's their quarterback.
Yep.
Or is that 42? That's 42.
42.
Here we go again. 42. Miles Whitlock on the interception.
Just overthrew his receiver a little bit. Tried to force it in there and let it go, and that was a fairly easy pick, honestly, for Carmel there, and we'll see what they can do with the ball now down here. They haven't had much success their first 2 drives of the day here, and 17 seconds left here in this first quarter. We'll see what we're gonna get out of Carmel here, and see if Franklin Central can keep their defensive tenacity up.
And that's gonna be interesting. 1st and 10 from the 10, or it's good news, bad news. Good news, you got the ball back. Bad news, you're at your own 10-yard line. So.
Right. Let's see what they can do with it.
I feel like Franklin Central's front 4 have really gotten some confidence here, and they're really pushing them. Oh. That was a real nice play. They tried to hit a little slant route to number 30, did Carmel. That's Sawyer Mumal. And he was open, and the ball was on his hands. And just tough play as a youngster to bring that ball in. But Carmel may find something here if they can pick on those kind of plays and find those kind of openings against this really aggressive front of Franklin Central.
Yeah, and I think Franklin Central didn't get the pressure there that they would normally, that we've seen them get a little bit here. They front line for Carmel really did a good job of kind of protecting him there, and it was a quick play.
High snap there. Again, it throws the timing off of everything. Got a loss of 2 as the quarterback eats it as the first quarter runs out. It's going to be 7-0 Franklin after the first quarter. I want to take this time to welcome a few more of our sponsors. Again, these guys have made it possible for us to air these games. So, clinician to fill and hear the fibrotic tissue while leaving the good tissue alone. This enables the patient to have a faster recovery from all soft tissue ailments. Book an appointment at sastm.com to find out what less damage, more healing really means. Now, I will say this, as Center Grove's head coach, T.J. Smithy, and his brother-in-law, started this business, and they developed this concept. I've went to them, and they actually kind of dig into your scar tissue and loosen it up. And I've had a frozen shoulder issue and the punctum contracture, and it significantly helps. So look them up. It's actually a fairly inexpensive service. It's unique, but I would encourage you to try them out. Those of us that are older like me and have joint problems, I was shocked at how well it helped after a few treatments. Our last sponsor here is Highland Insurance out of Westfield. Highland offers personal insurance, including your home, auto, watercraft, or personal items. They also offer a free variety of risks, they offer a variety of risk specialty services for your business insurance needs, and a full suite of employee benefits services, including health and wellness. Please visit us at Hylant.com. That's HYLANT.com. All right, we're going to get back to the second quarter. Carmel is going to resume their drive at their own 8-yard line with a 3rd and 12. It's a tough spot to be in, but they have seen a couple openings if they can just continue to exploit the things that are going to work and execute them.
Yeah, they down at the 8-yard line, your own 8-yard line, you are in a tough position here. So at this point, you're just hoping to make a little bit of yardage here, give yourself a little bit of space here. Maybe you can punt this thing away and kind of reset some things. Although I know at the 11, 12-year-old age, that's a little challenging to do. But
punt is a 4-letter word.
That's right.
We're trying to move the ball here. 12 drops back. They ran a little hitch and go. Yeah, they're going to get a pass interference call. That's probably a good call. It looked like number 3 from Franklin Central was definitely a little aggressive there. Dan Wiegand had pretty good coverage, but where the ball was thrown and the receiver breaking in on him, he was just a little tight. And again, once the ball's in the air, any contact is going to be called. So, Coach, you know this. If you're going to have a kid make a mistake, you want it to be made on the side of aggression. So as a coach, you're not that disappointed with that play. Absolutely.
You would much rather them be overly aggressive than letting somebody get behind you and going for an 80-yard touchdown.
You'll take that in that situation. The coverage up top was really good, honestly, on both receivers from what I could tell. And Carmel did get a little break there and got a little space to work. I'm sure they're feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah, that's all they were hoping for right there. They made something really out of a tough situation. So let's see what they do here.
Just a simple quarterback run by number 12 again, and Franklin Central's box, their front 4 and linebackers, that was number 87 there, Eli Lecker. Made a heck of a play. He read it, he filled that window, and he tackled a good runner at the ankles and got him down. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 9 for Carmel.
Yeah, he's going to cause them some problems there from middle linebacker. He is that was just a beautiful classic play from the middle linebacker on filling the hole and making just a textbook tackle. So those front 4 plus their backers, Carmel's got their hands full with these guys today.
They're looking pretty tough.
Look at that. Look at him come up and fill that right there.
Is that the same guy?
No, this was, I believe, the outside backer this time. So
88 or 98 or I think that's Miranda Asher. It's hard to tell. We played Franklin Central last season. We played them the last game of the season, and after that game it just fell into the seeding that we played them again in the playoffs the following week. And I know they were loaded with 5th graders last year, so a lot of these guys were playing as 5th graders, which is not easy to do at this league, and they've definitely brought back some talented players here. It's starting to show.
Absolutely. Both of those games went into overtime, if you recall. Nice rush. Oh!
Almost a pick by a D lineman. Every D lineman's dream.
Man, that was close, Coach.
That's actually their Mike Backer. He about had it.
Great pressure on the quarterback there, and you get pressure like that, you just don't know what's going to happen, where that ball's going, or whether he's going to throw a pick or a fumble or just a sack. A lot of opportunities there when you hustle like that from the D-line and attack that QB.
That was, again, Franklin Central looks like the more aggressive, a little faster team right now. So Carmel is going to punt again, but they're going to take a timeout to get the personnel in order on a 4th and 9. So, again, I'll go back to thank one more of our sponsors here. Again, this is our premier sponsor for the Kickoff Classic, Diamond Golf Rentals. They've got a booth out here this weekend. Mark Pascal, a good friend of mine, who ran that business for many years. They're passing out coupons for discounts. And
I've actually used them before. I don't think you knew that, but I have used them in Destin. Absolutely. It was fantastic. One of the best properties I've ever stayed at.
That's awesome. Yeah, they do a good job, and if you've been like us and stayed at a few different ones, you don't always know what you're getting,
right?
As Forrest Gump would say. But Diamond Golf's just a boutique Florida vacation rental company with properties all over from 30A in through Destin. They got a lot of beachfront properties, a lot of stuff inward. They're dedicated to luxury and the great guest experience. And I know from talking with Mark and Cynthia that they've really tried to develop a really good team down there. And they just want to make sure you get there, everything's the way you expected it, and that you're taken care of while you're there. And that's all you can ask for. Visit IEFAfootball.com, and you'll see Diamond Golf's logos. Click on any of those, and it'll take you to a unique IEFA discount page where you can, view their properties and book a room and take advantage of that wonderful discount that they're offering. All right, back to football. There we go again. All right, 4th and 9. Going to punt the ball here. Who's deep back there for FC? Well, he might have a number 5, but
what a roll.
They're going to get about 30 yards out of that punt.
Yeah.
And we know, we've been doing this a long time, that if you can get 15, 20 yards out of a punt at this league level, it's pretty good.
Yeah. It's not exactly what you would traditionally consider flipping the field, but at this level, 20, 30 yards is flipping the field.
It's significant.
Yes, it is.
All right, so FC will take over just inside of their own territory at the 48-yard line. They're looking to add something to this league. I know 7-0, you're not comfortable yet because, Carmel has shown that they've had some explosive ability. They've just had some near misses on some plays. So as a coach right now, you're ready to execute a drive and put some plays together and punch in the end zone. That's what you're looking for here.
Looks like we might have a little equipment issue down here. The referee is fixing there for number 74 there. Nate Peterson had a little issue. Looks like they got it taken care of now.
Just a little inside lead power with number 9 again. He found a real nice seam, and it looks like he's going to take that one to the house. And he did. That was Levi Redner on the lead off the left tackle, and they did a wonderful job there.
Yeah,
blocking.
That 74 that we were just talking about had that little equipment issue. They must have got it fixed the right way because he had just a great block on the end there and really opened that hole up to go right off tackle there. What a really nice play, nice block, and hopefully he'll get back and say, hey, great job on that block there.
That's the unfortunate thing with linemen. And again, you're the spokesman for all linemen and all of football everywhere. But sometimes not until the film room do you really see what they did, because we all tend to watch the ball and you go back and realize, well, you think about that. Number 9's a fast runner, but he ran all the way to the end zone from 60 yards without being touched. So
right.
Somebody's doing their job. A low snap on the PAT caused the quarterback to take a knee as he caught it, so that ball would be dead. So after that beautiful run and obviously all the beautiful blocking, it's 13-0 Franklin as they prepare to kick off.
Yeah, Franklin, like we talked about a little bit earlier, and they continue to show it. They just are offensively. They're doing a great job just up front, just blocking, and they've got some explosive backs, and I like a lot of what I'm seeing out of Franklin Central right now. I don't know that I'll say that when we play them this year, but right now I like what they're doing.
Yeah, it's crisp, and they're staying with the same offense and defensive schemes, which when you get a coaching staff that's been around 2, 3, 4 years, it really does help you.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
You can early in the season, most teams struggle on the offensive side. It's the hardest to put in. It's a lot more complex, and sometimes as coaches we can make things a little more complex than they need to be. And they're sticking with their wing tee sets. They're running a handful of plays, and they're executing them, and it's showing that they're just a little bit more ready to play right now, perhaps in Carmel. And Carmel does have a whole new coaching staff, which is a big deal.
Yeah, but they got more than just one former NFL player on those sidelines down there as well. So we'll talk a little bit more about that a little bit later on. But Carmel's bringing some talent to the coaching staff from the former NFL players, former Colts here.
Who else they got? Who's that guy that was right guard for the Colts? It's over there. Kick's going to be bouncing around, and it does roll out of bounds at around the 27-yard line, which is a penalty flag.
Yeah, he actually coached in the Lawrence program last year or two.
Yeah, what's his name? Moore or something? I remember him. He was a big guy when he played for the Colts. He's still a big guy, but he looks like he could play wide receiver now.
Yeah, he looks like Adonis at this point in time. He's
It's actually a lot like what I look like when I take my shirt off. I'm not going to do that for you, but
I appreciate that.
You probably couldn't tell us apart, yeah.
I see all the resemblances there, let me tell you.
Right. So 13-0, Carmel is going to take over possession here on their 35-yard line after the penalty.
Well, let's see what they can do here. They really need to find a way to get some points on the board here in this something here in this half, and let's see if they can start that right now.
Oh, see, that's the kind of stuff they're going to find open. Real nice slant route, good throw, good catch by number 15 for Carmel. That's Miles Phillips. It's a real nice throw by A.J. Lyman. Nice catch by Phillips, and that's a big gain. That's one that'll make Franklin Central, okay, maybe our linebackers need to back off a little bit.
Right.
And that's why you want to mix that pass and run. A good coach, Coach Wimmer, most of you guys know Coach Wimmer from Fishers. He told me years ago he only passes the ball for one reason. I said, well, what's that? He said, so we can run the ball. So if you're already running the ball, just keep running the ball. Oh, there we go. What a throw and catch.
Yeah.
Great catch by number 1 for Carmel there. That's Michael Obermeyer. But I do like what I'm seeing about Carmel is we're having to look through this roster quite a bit, and they got a lot of guys making plays.
Yeah, Lyman back there when he's dropping back the pass, he's got a nice throw. He's got a nice motion. He puts the ball generally where it needs to be. I really like what I'm seeing with him as he drops back, and he's getting some protection up there now to let him put the ball on the numbers.
I think Franklin Central takes a timeout there. Obviously, 2 big plays in a row. Franklin Central does play a 4-3, but they've been walking down that strong safety inside the box, so they've been in a 4-4 front. And I think now that Carmel's picked up on that and said, you know what, we can single safety over the top. We're gonna exploit that a little bit, which is easier said than done at this level. But they're executing, and so now Franklin Central's got to make some adjustments. Which now you see that safety drop back a little, linebackers drop a little. Maybe you can run the ball. So that's
right.
It's a real chess game in football at all levels, and at this level, we're fighting battles of just what these kids are able to do and adjust to. But I would say this: the IEFA is the best youth league in the state of Indiana, and most well coached, and we can do a lot of things at this level that you wouldn't expect, and
right.
And we're seeing some of that right now.
Yeah, it's fun to watch these kids develop. It'll be interesting to see both of these teams in week 8. From where they start now and how much these kids grow through coaching and just seeing what it's like at this level, because this is very different than in-house football, right? We talk about that all the time. It's a whole different level. Some of these guys out here are just men among boys, and it takes some adjustment when you're first out here.
Little bubble screen out there to number 20, defended really well by tackle by Zach Lutz, catch made by Jack Hebert. That might be, is that their coaches? Ken, I wonder. But that was a little bubble screen, very well defended. Loss of a few on the play. That'll bring up the 2nd and 13.
Yeah, and Franklin Central made a little bit of an adjustment there. It was interesting to see, as you mentioned earlier, why is Carmel passing the ball right now, right? So they can run, but we haven't seen them run the ball here after the last few successful pass attempts. So we'll see what happens and what Carmel comes up with here to try and make up a little bit of that loss there.
Now FC plays their free safety 13 to 15 yards deep, and their strong is still playing back a little. They are expecting the pass. Quarterback's hit as he throws, and that's not the guy, if you're Carmel, that you want with the ball in his hands. Number 9, Ridner.
Yeah.
With a nice interception. Quarterback was hit as he threw, and Ridner was able to take advantage of it and bring the ball back to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that's absolutely caused by your defensive line right there. Great pressure. Force the quarterback to get off his mark a little bit, make a bad throw there, and give your DB a chance to make a play there. So, again, hopefully they're going to that defensive lineman and saying, hey, great job, man, way to go. You caused that. So, love to see it when the D linemen get a little love there.
Yeah, they definitely did their jobs and caused some problems there. Carmel had some positive things working. Now they really need to trust their defense to try to hold Franklin Central here. Now Franklin Central's last drive was one play, 60-yard touchdown. So we'll see what FC decides to do here when they come back. They're going to go right to shotgun with split backs. Two really good athletes on either side of the quarterback.
Yeah, I thought he may have moved a little bit early there in his motion.
He flinched and then didn't get reset long enough and went in motion again. It was a 5-yard penalty there on the wing back. Dang it.
Well, the interesting thing here, Coach, if to Franklin Central's credit, when they started this game on defense, Carmel had a couple of successful offensive plays against them, and then they stepped up and shut it down, and they just did the same thing here. They're finding a way right now, once Carmel gets a little momentum, to shut them down.
Yeah, they're making plays when they need to. Looks like they're going to be in the same formation, wing back motion. Just a simple off-tackle play again. Same play I believe they scored on the other side last drive, but they much better defended by Carmel that time with a gain of only 1 yard on the play, and going to bring up a 2nd down and 14.
Yeah, that was well played by the end out there. 85 for Carmel. Caden Snow just really well. He ripped through that, kind of set the edge, and then ripped through that back to the inside to then make the tackle. Very well done.
Got about 4:44 left in this first half. Franklin Central right at midfield now with a 2nd and 14. Back under center. Looks like they ran a no play or a freeze call, and I believe Carmel had 3 guys jump off sides.
Yep. Way to be disciplined on Franklin Central's side. You run that as a coach, and you're like, man, are we going to remember the count is either we're not going at all or it's on 2 or whatever it is. You just kind of sit there and tense up like, all right, that time we did it. So they got themselves 5 yards there, and
2nd and 9 looks a lot better than 2nd and 14.
Absolutely.
I did reach out to our director of officials to report that we are missing an official today, since this same crew's doing all 3 games. So Lord willing, we'll get another official here before the 2nd game. Back under center, split back set. Just a simple quarterback keep. Looks like they went on a quick count there to try to catch Carmel off guard, and they did a little bit. Picked up a couple of yards on the play. He's going to bring up about a 3rd and 7.
Yeah, Lyman there, and forgive me if I'm mispronouncing his name, but as the QB and also playing linebacker for the Pups, made a nice play on the quarterback there, and he's obviously another guy, a guy for Carmel that they believe in, and playing both offense and defense for him.
Yeah, that's the thing at this level. We always, you at the higher levels, you say, well, your defense is excited, they got to take a break. At our level, a lot of these kids do go both ways, and it is a tiresome game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Number 9 off tackle, the initial hole was plugged, and he made a nice cut and just made an athletic play and picked up about 8 yards, and enough for a 1st down. So FC is going to have a 1st and 10 from their Carmel 35-yard line.
That Ridner is, he runs the ball hard, and he's been fun to watch today. And he's got at least 1 interception as well. I mean, he's kind of all over the field right now, just having himself a day here in the first half against the Carmel Pups.
Yeah, he's a tall kid and runs really smooth and plays physical football. There's a toss right to Jordan Brooks. Ridner pancaked the guy, but I think they're going to call him for a block in the back.
Yeah, I think they're going to get him there.
Franklin Central coaches are livid.
Yeah.
The call was made from the
backfield.
I think he called a personal foul, blindside block. The referee, to his defense, is, well.
Oh. Now the referee is talking to the Franklin Central sideline.
I thought he was just explaining why he called it in his call, but he
that wasn't explaining. That was
reprimanding, I
yes,
believe.
yeah.
You know, you're going to get calls against you. We had one last night that Coach Stevenson and I both were a little upset about. But anything in these days, if it's anywhere near a targeting or a blind side, or the refs are kind of taught to err on the side of safety. But sometimes it really does frustrate you as a coach that, you know, we teach our kids to be physical, to get their bodies and their aiming points right and go hard. And when they do that and they get called for something, it's frustrating.
Yeah, again, you don't get upset with the aggression plays generally.
Right now we're glided to the edge, and that was strung out real nicely by number 10 for Carmel. That is Oliver Westbrook. Really did a nice job of staying with him there and making a nice open field tackle. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 14, it looks like.
Yeah, they really Franklin Central really likes that toss play, and then they like to go back in right off a tackle. So we'll see what they find here for this long 2nd down play. Might be.
Looks like they're going to find a timeout with about 2 minutes left here. They're coming over. I don't know why they're not going ahead and burning the timeout now with 2 minutes left. Wouldn't you want to save a little time when you're driving?
Yeah, you would think so, but then again, they may be trying to play it a little bit conservative from the perspective of if they don't put it in the end zone, then not letting Carmel have as much time to try and make a run here at the end of the half.
Well, perhaps. All right, I'm going to talk about a couple more of our sponsors here. Let's go back to the Smalling Group. They're based out of Morgan County. Lindsay Smalling of the Smalling Group with F.C. Tucker Company is proud to serve Central Indiana and with all of their real estate needs. Whether you're ready to buy, sell, or invest, Lindsay is ready to welcome you home. ACB Insurance. ACB Insurance is an independent insurance agency located in Fishers, Indiana. We have proudly provided comprehensive and competitive insurance policies for our customers. We serve individuals, families, and businesses alike. Josh Smalling Roofing and Restoration, proudly serving Central Indiana. Josh Smalling Roofing and Restoration is ready to help you with your construction needs. Fire restoration, remodeling, roofing, custom homes, room additions, and much, much more. Well, right now with just under 2 minutes, we'll just call this the 2-minute warning, Coach Bennett. Franklin Central's got the ball. I believe it's 2nd and 14. I think they just changed the sign because of the penalty. They advanced it earlier when they shouldn't have.
Yeah, it should be 2nd down here. And looks like Franklin Central's got 1 timeout left. Carmel's got 2. Be interesting to see what Franklin Central comes out with here. Are they going to put the ball up in the air, or are they going to keep it on the ground where they've had quite a bit of success today?
I'd be tempted to keep it on the ground. You're already ahead. I believe Franklin Central does get the ball to start the second half. And as a head coach, you're thinking about those things at this point that, you know, I'm going to get the ball coming right out of halftime. So be a little conservative here. What you don't want to do is give the ball back to Carmel or have some sort of a turnover for a touchdown, an interception, return, or something like that. So you're being somewhat conservative, but you're going to try to go with a play you think you might work. And you get 20, 30 more yards here, then, yeah, I mean, you can take some chances.
Yeah, and I think that's where, you know, right, wrong, or indifferent, a lot of the fans are like, why aren't we going for it here? We got 2 minutes, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, you got to think about a little bit more than just trying to put, you know, some more points on the board right now.
Right. More than anything, football, you got a lot to think about. And there we go. They're just going to throw it up, and Carmel's going to intercept it. So there you go.
That's exactly what you didn't want to happen. As a head coach, as you just said, you would be tempted to keep it on the ground there. And I'll bet Franklin Central's saying, why didn't we keep it on the ground there?
You know, worst case, you're going into halftime up 13-0.
Right.
That's your worst case scenario if you just run the clock out there. And but, you know, maybe they obviously trust their defense. They wanted to make something happen, and they have every reason to trust their defense.
Well, and they honestly they haven't put the ball up a lot in the air today, and they thought maybe they had a chance to catch Carmel off guard and make something happen. It just didn't work out for them. So you can always second guess your decisions after the fact, and you always will. But we'll see what they can do defensively now to make sure that doesn't burn them.
And Franklin Central's really, if you just watch the line up front, they're really winning the battle up front. They're moving Carmel's linemen back, and that just really makes it hard for an offense to get anything done when you're being destroyed by the 1-3 Texas we call them. The two guys on the inside are being double teamed and still moving the pile, which just lets your other guys just roam free, and that's what we're seeing up there.
Yeah, the linebackers just don't have anybody on them, and they're able to go in and fill holes, and they're making textbook tackles. I mean, you're seeing a lot of really good fundamentals out of Franklin Central defensively right now.
Yeah, they're really, really a good football team. I'm sure they're really happy with the start of the season here to be off to a good start. I believe this is a pretty young Carmel team. Really nice play there. Really nice run.
Yes.
That kid's got good feet there. I think that's number 10 for Carmel? Oliver Westbrook, I believe. I think we saw him on a good catch earlier, or a good open field tackle earlier. That was a nice run. He's got very good feet, quick feet. Now that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 for Carmel from their own 39-yard line with about 50 seconds left in the game here, or the half. So we'll see what Carmel decides to do. They're in a different position where you kind of want to score here if you could get something going, but at the same time you don't want to pick 6 and it's 20-0.
Right. Yeah, I think Carmel's got to be a little bit more aggressive here and see if they can get a couple of big chunk plays here and give themselves a chance to try and put some points on the board here before the end of the half. But, you're right. You don't want to take a huge risk. But we've seen Carmel with their QB there, A.J. Lyman. He's got a good arm, and they've had some stuff open over the middle, down the seam, and had a couple big plays. If you can catch a couple of those real quick here, you might have a chance.
They have some skill guys.
Yeah, they do.
And don't rule out from here we're about a let's see here, about a 69-yard field goal. So that's a possibility too.
Right. Yeah, there's more than one way to skin a cat. So let's see if they can get 4 or 5 yards here and make it a 64, 65-yard field goal.
Skinning cats, okay. That's a Noblesville reference for you guys. PETA, stay off our backs. That was Brandon Bennett that said that. All right, here we go. We've got Carmel's going to go back to their gun. They're in 2-by-2, 2 receivers each side. Definitely looking to throw the ball. Good coverage out there again. I mean, not a bad throw, but the cornerback did a wonderful job just running with the receiver, staying inside, and had himself in position. Yeah. Again, that's Jordan Brooks, who's just played a really good game both sides of the ball thus far. Tell he's one of FC's guys. So,
yeah, that was textbook coverage for the cornerback there. It's what we try and instruct. I know I'm not much of a DB's guy or a coverage guy myself, but in watching the instruction that happens with our team, I've seen a lot of instruction towards the play, staying inside there and not letting him get behind you there. So that was fantastic. Made a nice pick. And now what do you do if you're Franklin Central?
They're probably just going to run something simple, maybe bust a long run, but I don't think they're looking for anything crazy.
Yeah, I don't
Now
either.
they're probably going to run 4 verts and throw it deep again.
They've certainly
just going to run their quarterback on a keep. He's got blockers.
He does.
Got blockers. He's going to get – now, see, should have ran that out of bounds. He got about 7 or 8 yards, but if he takes it on out of bounds there, the clock stops, but they're going to use their last time out. Hey, Coach Ben, let's take this time to talk a little bit about last night. I know you had some commitments that were much more important to you than my football team. But last night we had 2 good games out here. And, the primetime game was a rematch of Mudsock, which is the HSE Fishers team, against Brownsburg Junior Bulldogs. Last year, Brownsburg beat them in the championship game I think it was 8-0 or 6-0. It was a tough, tight game. And then last night, Brownsburg and the Knights really punched it out for 4 quarters. Really tough game, back and forth game, and Brownsburg came out on top 8-0. Fishers was driving down here to the south end zone and had a chance to score at the end, and came real close to doing that. And Tim McCoy, and then from HSC's team, a Mud Sox team, has been coaching a long time, did a wonderful job. And then Judd Malloy is a first-year coach for Brownsburg after taking over for the great Lloyd Brown, who will be in a booth with me next week over in Brownsburg. Lloyd, we miss him from the league. He's wonderful.
Yeah, he's a fantastic man. Really appreciated coaching against him.
Yeah, we hate to lose him from the league, and but Brownsburg came out on top. They had some good athletes, and they did their job. And in the earlier game, your Noblesville Grinders came out on top of Westfield 23-0. Again, Bobby Moran at Westfield's a good friend, great guy. Just had some injuries and just a little over. Both teams made a lot of mistakes, but I'm thankful that our Grinders made enough plays to come out on top and get off to a good start. We can talk a little bit about that later here. We got 27 seconds. FC is going to try to throw the ball. They're not satisfied. They want to put some points on the board. Looks like we got a illegal formation or false start on FC, though. It's going to push him back a little.
Illegal shift is what it looks to be here. I didn't see it, but they'll have a little more room to throw the ball now. He needed some room to be able to air it out here.
Yeah, I think this field couldn't hold his arm, so
That's
now
right.
I think he's in good shape. I'd look to get the ball to 4 or 9. He's trying to go to 4, but there's a little mix-up on the routes. It's going to be about 21 seconds left now on 3rd and 11. I'd be real tempted here to do something like that, but just try to maybe hit number 9 out in the flats and just let him see if he can make something happen.
Yeah, he's made a lot happen once he gets that ball in his hands. So let him get out there, some open field, and see who he can run over, run through, run around, and see if he can make something happen. It would be fun to watch.
I'm trying to get the play in here. Coach, I'm going to, just for something interesting, I want to watch their big left tackle, number 74, this play. I want to see what he can do. That's Nate Peterson. Looks the part. Looks like a big fella. Pass blocking. Did a real nice job, actually, coming out. There we go. There's 9 in the flats. Just for the record, I'm not talking to their staff through the headset.
Oh, look, he runs over and through.
He might need to get out of bounds. They're going to stop the clock to move the chains with 8 seconds, but FC has no timeouts left.
And they're not hustling up to the ball because that clock will start once those chains are set.
They need to kill it. Big 74 did a wonderful job of pass blocking there, by the way. That's who I was looking at.
Yes, he absolutely did. Nice kick steps and
took care of that wide technique just fine. Well, here comes the whistle, and they're already ready to run the play. All right. The clock runs out. They try to make something happen. So at the end of the first half, we got Franklin Central up on Carmel Pups 13-0. Got to be pretty happy with that. First half, if you're Coach Ballard, what do you think?
Well, absolutely.
Coach Dreyer, my bad.
Absolutely. Franklin Central does have to be happy. We saw a lot of good things out of them. They seem to be able to answer any of Carmel's momentum shifts there.
Okay.
They answered any of Carmel's momentum there, and Carmel started seeing a few things here and there, doing a few things, kind of figuring a few things out, and we'll see what adjustments they make at halftime here, and see what this second half brings us.
All right. Well, we'll come back to the start of the second half, where Franklin Central will be set to receive the football.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for Logan Street signs and banners.
You found us.
But this ain't Logan Street. This is South 10th.
We moved 22 years ago.
Well, how come you didn't change the name?
That would have just confused people.
Well, actually, South 10th is Allisonville, if you're from Fishers.
Well, before that it was 37A, and before that it was State Road 37.
So you're telling me that Logan Street signs and banners isn't on Logan Street anymore? It's actually on South 10th. That's Allisonville in Fishers. And before that, it was 37A and 37?
So you got that straight?
Logan Street signs and banners conveniently not located on Logan Street, but rather South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Exactly.
ready, just push your mics on and we're live.
All right, well, we are back here and ready to start this second half, and Carmel's just now making it out to the field. Franklin Central's on the sidelines, ready to go, and first half 13-0. Franklin Central over Carmel. It'll be interesting to see the adjustments that are made here in this second half between both teams, and really, really impressive start for Franklin Central. Saw a lot of really good things for them, and they've got some good athletes out there. Look pretty polished, and Carmel is still trying to find their way a little bit. But as we were talking here at halftime, a little bit, it is Carmel, and they'll make adjustments. And they did show some flashes there of some really positive things. So I would expect them to highlight those things in the second half here, make their adjustments, and come out and compete against Franklin Central here. So, Coach, what are you thinking here in the second half for Carmel? What do they need to do?
Well, if I'm Carmel, first thing you got to do is get the ball back without letting Franklin Central score. Going down by 19, 20 is not where you want to be. So I don't know if Carmel's going to try to kick it deep. I know who I wouldn't kick it to. Number 4 or number 9, which number 9 looks like he's getting a blow. But I would try to either onside this or squib it, or what we would call a loop. You want the ball to hit the dirt. I guess there's no dirt anymore. But you want the ball to hit the turf and make sure Carmel or Franklin Central starts, inside the 40 or so.
That was an Oklahoma expression, wasn't it? You guys played on dirt fields out there.
Man, you ain't
pastures
kidding.
And
I still tell you, in Luther, Oklahoma, in the north end zone and on the west side, it was full of stickers. So if you were going to score a touchdown, you didn't want to fall down in the northwest corner. You'd come up with a bunch of cockaburs all over you. All right, so Carmel's set up the kick here. Again, they're just trying to get the ball back, however they can get it back. Nice deep kick. That's what you want. They filled it at the 25-yard line by number 1 for FC. Making some moves, making a lot of moves.
Goodness.
And, gets about a 14-yard return out of that. That was making something out of nothing. That was Bo Pettyjohn showing his quickness. So they're going to start the drive at the 39. I said, you want to be at the 40 or inside of that? They look like they're going to have a chance to pin them back even a little deeper, but if you're a IEFA team, you'll take this. One thing I wanted to mention in the first half I was thinking about is, we talking about the IEFA and the quality of the league, and what a lot of folks don't realize is not only is this a good league to help these kids develop, that maybe they're a little more physically advanced now than some of their peers, but it also helps the in-house league to get some of these guys out of them and make the in-house league a little more balanced, a little more fair without some of these more physical dominating puberty kids in the league. So it works both ways. I think we're a service not only to these kids, but honestly to our entire leagues. That's the goal of our feeder program, is to help develop leagues and football players, knowing that kids that are in this league end up being pretty good high school players, but there's a lot of kids that don't make these teams that end up being really good high school players when everything equals out. So anyhow, Franklin Central starts with about a 4-yard run. Was that
that was Ridner off tackle again. Went off of big number 74 there. Direction they tend to like to go. He's a good looking left tackle.
Yeah, he's moved his feet well, and there's Ridner again off the right side this time. And Carmel does a nice job of gang tackling, getting 2 or 3 guys on the tackle, including number 30 there for Carmel, who came in first. And that's Sawyer Mumal. It's a pretty nice play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 3. Now, if you're Carmel, you're thinking, we need to stick them here. We need to keep them to no gain or maybe even get a loss here. You need a big play out of your defense. And I'll tell you, Coach Ben, just walking down at halftime, I went down to get, of course, a healthy protein Kel shake while you ate a cheeseburger. And these guys, it's really hot down there.
It is.
It's really hot down there.
It is steamy down there.
Right now, again, the hole wasn't there originally. And
Oh, my goodness.
He just went right up the middle and made their team miss, and there he goes to the house. I don't see any flags on the play, and that's a little bit of a nail in the coffin, if you will, right now. If you're Carmel, you're really frustrated. You needed that stop, and now you're looking up and you're down 3 scores.
Yeah, he just he runs the ball hard. He made that play.
Yeah, we can. I thought there was going to be a replay. I think I missed it. Ridner just took that inside, and then Carmel had penetration, had guys in there, but he's shifty, and he's got wiggle, and he found the seam, and he's gone.
Yep, broke a few tackles, and he's fast enough that nobody's going to catch him. He certainly looks the part. In the IEFA, we do have some weight restrictions as far as who can do what. Running backs have to be 115 pounds and under, and he looks to be every bit of that 115. That's where you kind of want your running backs to be, is right there at that weight mark. And boy, he certainly looks like he's right there, and probably put a few pounds on since the weigh in here.
Could be, yeah. That's good point. FC went for 2 on that and threw a slant away from the trips, and Carmel did a nice job dropping their backers in coverage and knocked that down. So it's going to be 19-0 right now. And yeah, you're right about with the weight limits. I heard Coach McCoy talking about this last night. But in our league, we weigh in the week before this game. We have weigh-ins and scrimmages where all 10 teams get together. We weigh in, which is our official weigh-in, and then you scrimmage a couple teams that day. And you can hold out up to 5 of your players for a weight lay-in, which would be an hour before your first game. So this weekend we actually have a weigh-in station here for the few of those players that either held out or honestly some kids are out of town or got other issues, they can't make it. But our restrictions is 115 to run the ball. So 115.0 or less can play any position and run the ball. If you're between 115.1 and 130.0, we're what we call an orange striper. An orange striper can play any position on defense, and on offense they can play the offensive line or tight end, which means they have to have their hand on the ground in a three-point stance attached to the offensive line. They can't split out. And then from that 130.1 range to 179.9, it might be 180.0.
Yeah,
you're considered a double stripe or a single striper, which means you can play anywhere on defense, but on offense you can only play offensive line, tackle, guards, or center. And then if you're 180.1 or over, you're what's considered a double striper, and you can only play offensive line, and you cannot have 2 double stripers beside one another. So you could have a tackle, a center, and a tackle, or a 2 guards or something like that, but you can't play 2 double stripers beside each other. And the average team probably has 2 to 4 double stripers.
Well, we've got just after that kickoff there, we've got a man down for Franklin Central here. Coach is out on the field with them. While we're doing that, a little injury timeout here, Coach. Why don't we take a look at our sponsors there?
Yeah, it's a good time to get back to that. Let's get a few of them here. Let's go back to Noblesville Trophies. Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies and corporate awards. Noblesville Trophies provides you with quick service for those last-minute decisions. Contact them at 317-773-7391 or check them out online at www.noblesvilletrophies.com. SASTM, less damage, more healing. Sound-assisted soft tissue mobilization instruments and techniques that allows the clinician to feel and hear the fibrotic tissue while leaving the good tissue alone. This enables the patient to have a faster recovery from all soft tissue ailments. Book an appointment at sastm.com to find out what less damage, more healing really matters. Highland Insurance. Highland Insurance offers personal insurance, including your home, auto, watercraft, or personal items. We also offer a variety of risk specialty services for your business, insurance needs, and a full suite of employee benefits services, including health and wellness. Please visit us at Hylant.com, HYLANT.com. Oh, Carmel comes right out and throws the slant route out to number 1, Michael Obermeyer. That's a really good start for them. So obviously they had game planned at halftime. They saw some things they thought they could do, and they're running that shotgun set with 2 receivers, and they were able to widen out what we'd call the number 1 receiver, the guy closest to the sideline, and find some space on that little skinny post, if you will. It's not exactly a slant. They're just trying to – I know where if I was the offensive coordinator, I would be trying to throw at the corner that doesn't have a number 4 on his jersey. I know that's where I'd start.
Absolutely.
Nothing against the other guy. I don't know who he is, but I do know he's not number 4.
And they're going the same place again. Nice play, though. Great pass, great catch, really nice tackle that by the number not 4, but 32 there made a great play.
Really nice. Michael Obermeyer again with the reception from A.J. Lemon. Now, that's 2 in a row. That was more of a dig route there where, he went about 10 yards and sort of looks like a post, and he digs it a little harder across the middle. And I think he's just looking to get in front of that safety there. And Carmel has found something.
Yeah, I'm a line guy. I don't know these routes and all that stuff. They run out there and catch the ball. I don't know the passing tree or any of that.
Yeah, well, I just want you to block somebody at
That's
some
right.
point. Hudson Brewer, they tried to run the ball a little bit there to mix it up, and as he went off the left edge, I think that play was probably designed to go inside, but FC's really doing a good job up front, and they really stifled that run and actually caused a loss of a couple of yards. So Carmel's going to go back to the huddle, and on 3rd and 4, I expect to see the ball in the air again here. This is where guys like Coach Brackett and these guys with next level understanding, they know where they can beat this defense. But knowing as a coach and then knowing how to get your team to do it are 2 different things. And with 11 and 12-year-olds, it's not always that easy. Now this is number 10. There is a flag on the play. It's probably not going to be good for Carmel. That's Oliver Westbrook on the inside run, and we've seen him get the ball a couple times. He's got really nice feet, really quick feet,
shifty,
and he's got wiggle, as they say down south. Yeah, he's got wiggle. The illegal shift on Carmel, though. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty to make it 3rd and 9.
Boy, that's not what you want to see right here in this situation. You're really, at this point, you really got to put some points on the board, and this is your best chance you've had so far. Just 3rd and long is so hard to convert at this level, and really at any level. So,
yeah, and I think I expect to see Carmel go back and try to exploit. I'd go back to number 1 there, Michael Obermeyer, get him split right. You like the matchup you got here, and
Amari Williams, number 32 out here, he's done a great job really with some nice open field tackles, and boy, that was a great stop right there. 11 and 9 for Franklin Central. That was Dietrich and of course Ridner. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Kid's been all over the place.
Yeah, I think he actually made my cheeseburger at halftime. He's done a lot over there. But that was a nice play, though. They really had some room to run. It was an option look, and everybody kind of darted outside, and the quarterback made a quick decision and kept it, and was able to have some daylight there, but it did close down in a hurry. Back to 4th down here. FC is bringing their safety over the top, trying to take away, but they again execute. That's the guy, Obermeyer. He really seems to understand route running, and he's running to space, and the quarterback has put it on the money. That was a really good route against really good coverage. Yeah, you can see that they had 2 safeties deep and a linebacker underneath, and they just hit that window, which is not an easy play.
No, that was. But he is putting that ball on the numbers. I really like the way he throws the football around this field. When he gets a chance to pass back there, he's pretty talented.
Yeah, he really looks good, and they're starting to find some things here, and it's going to make FC be on their heels a little bit.
Oh, boy, he got hammered there right as he was getting rid of that.
There is a flag. It's going to be holding, which is surprising because it looked like FC was just getting unabated up the middle there.
Yeah, they didn't hold well enough there. Kai West just really came through there and put a nice hit on the quarterback there and disrupted that whole thing. I don't know if he was the one getting held or not, but it didn't much matter there.
No. And I'm pretty sure Kai West is the son of Jason West, Franklin Central's head coach.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Jason's in his second year down at Franklin Central now?
I believe
high
so,
school?
yeah. Really nice coach. Had the pleasure of meeting with him last year as try to meet with most of the IFA head coaches as we try to really promote this feeder program idea that all of our teams feed into a high school, and we get the high school involved. And Jason is a really go-getter. He's the kind of guy you'd love to have leading your program, and he's all in,
Yeah.
At off-tackle play, gain of about 2. Along those lines, the board of directors of the IFA consists now of Coach Gilbert of Westfield, Coach Mike Kelly of HSC, then we got Scott McCoy and Skinner Grove, Dave Rhodes of Warren, and myself, and we're really just trying to keep this league in good position moving forward, and don't lose the momentum we've had with the sponsorships and the TV streaming and some of the things we're doing. It's been a real wonderful couple of years for us. So, got an injury on the play. Gives us some time to talk a little bit about some of our sponsors. We're going to go back to our premier sponsor again, Diamond Golf Rentals. They got a booth set up out here by the entryway, giving out free gifts. If you're around, or if you're coming around later, please hit their booth, get your free coupon. We're not looking to acquire your email or social security number, get blood from you or nothing. We just want to give you a free coupon and hope that you can use that to book a hotel stay. So if you're somebody that goes to Florida, goes south, likes the beach, hit up Diamond Golf Rentals and book your next appointment or your next vacation and get a discount. If you go to the IEFAfootball.com website, click on Diamond Golf's logo, and it'll take you right to a special page just for IEFA member families to get a really nice discount on your next vacation. I'm going to talk about the Smalling Group, based in Morgan County. Lindsay Smalling of the Smalling Group with FC Tucker Company is proud to serve Central Indiana in all their real estate needs. Whether you want to buy, sell, or invest, Lindsay is ready to welcome you home. Looks like the injured player is walking off in pretty good shape. Right now, that's number 3 for Franklin Central. That's Wiegand. Is that Dane Wiegand? We're sorry, rosters are a little bit are handwritten, and I'm old and blind, so two bad things there in a row. But it looks like he's walking off under his own power. Another thing about IEFA we love is we make it mandatory at A games to have a trainer on site. So we actually have a trainer here this weekend. It's covering all the games. So kids are definitely taken care of. We got the right people in the right places to help them in these kind of situations. Little pressure again, forced a little bit of a rush throw, causing that to be incomplete.
And look who it was again. Big number 43, Kai West, wreaking havoc there in the backfield, and he's a handful, Coach. He's one you may have to do a little game planning for.
I think so. We'll play Franklin Central later in the season. Thankfully, I'm not the offensive coordinator yesterday, which you can actually tell now because we actually scored points. But we did shut them out. So
there you go. You're the defensive guy.
I am this week, but if we give up points, I'm going to put that on Coach Adele Bailey. That's his fault. We'll blame him. All right, Carmel's up here, third and 22. Again, they're probably there's that
quarterback draw.
Boy, another really nice open field tackle. Was that number?
It was Amari Williams again.
32?
32, yeah. He's a small guy out there, but man.
32 is Lucas Howard.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was on the wrong roster, Coach.
Yeah, Lucas Howard, who's the corner opposite of Jordan Brooks, shows why he's on the field.
Yeah. I've been calling him Amari this whole second half. So
I'm sure we're getting letters and emails right now to the Hamilton County TV.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
But that was a really nice open field play. If he doesn't make that tackle, make that contact, they're going to get another 10 or 12 yards there.
Yeah, he's playing well.
Quarterback's dropping back to pass. Again, 43 is just unblockable right now. He's not even getting any resistance really as he's feeding through there. And that's just tough when you're trying to run some offense and you got an A gap or a B gap guy just unblocked every play. It's Carmel will take this film and they'll break it down. They'll see their weaknesses, and Coach Brackett has watched his share of film over the years, and all you can do is come out of week one and see what you did well, what you didn't do well, and try to fix it.
Absolutely, and it's Carmel. They will adjust. You've got one of the best programs in the state. Top to bottom, they'll adjust. They'll fix some things, and they'll be competitive. You don't ever. If you're a Carmel fan, you don't ever worry about that. So,
Yeah, they will get it together.
If you're somebody else that plays Carmel, you always worry about that. So they're a tough program. But Franklin Central, man, they're looking good today.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I wasn't sure when going by the eye test, and when you see a team weigh in, you kind of give them the eye test, and they looked a little small. They had a couple big guys, but I do remember number 9 when he stepped up there. He's a nice, tall, slender, athletic kid, and you knew he was probably going to be a player.
And he's shown today. He's just been all over this field. Levi Ridner, he's Ridner, I don't know which one it is. So if Mom and Dad are watching this, forgive us for butchering the names. But, boy, he's been impressive today.
He has been, and he's had some big holes to run through. So somebody's doing something up front as well. That Kai West is at left guard as well, and I'm assuming that he's as good there as he is on the D-line. And
well,
that
I'm just going to watch him. And
yep, he just froze his guy. And
Yep.
Looks like they're going to get outside with Jordan Brooks, who's –
oh, my goodness, what a move.
He is a shifty fella.
Wow.
Looks like number 82 for Carmel, Brody McKenna, is a little wobbly here. You think he took a funny step. Looks like he's holding his hip and coming off the field here.
That was a heck of a play he made there, out there on the edge, just trying to get a couple extra yards to get that first down. That just, as you said, very shifty and just made something happen. Now, I haven't paid much attention to. I've kind of my eyes tend to go to number 74 here and West, number 43, the left side of this line. I haven't watched the right side very much, but the left side is really, really good. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that right side of the line and see what they do over there.
Yeah, they really, really are looking good. About 40 seconds left in this third quarter. Second half's definitely going by a little quicker, a little more runs and completed passes. So. Carmel did a really nice job there. I think they brought some blitzes and brought some pressure and really helped get some penetration and actually stop Levi for a little small loss.
Yeah, actually we were sitting there bragging there, and that left side of the line broke down a little bit, and they got some pressure up the A-gap as well. So
drops Levi down from 180 yards rushing to 178, just like that.
That's right.
Let's talk about a few more of our sponsors here as we go into the fourth quarter. Let's go with ACB Insurance. ACB Insurance is an independent insurance agency located in Fishers, Indiana. We have proudly provided comprehensive and competitive insurance policies for our customers. We serve individuals, families, and businesses alike. Josh Smalling Roofing and Restoration. Proudly serving Central Indiana, Josh Smalling Roofing and Restoration is ready to help you with your construction needs. You need fire restoration, you need remodeling, you need some roofing, you want a custom home built, room additions, much more. Come to Josh Smalling Roofing, we can do it all. Noblesville Trophies. Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products including sports trophies, corporate awards, anything you need. Noblesville Trophies provides you with quick service for those last-minute decisions. Contact them over at 317-773-7391 or check them out online at www.noblesvilletrophies.com. Jim's our producer here. Jim Walford also owns Noblesville Trophies and Logan Street Signs. And a couple years ago, we decided in our business office we're going to start a Blades Cup. It's the two-man scramble, me and my son, who's running the scoreboard this weekend, against my business partner and our director of security. We do a two-man scramble at Stony Creek, and we said, I need a trophy. I need a trophy. And I didn't tell the other guys because I knew we were going to win it, of course. And so I called Jim, said, hey, I need some kind of a Ryder Cup trophy, something like that. And he said, I got you. I got exactly what you want. So we went over there, I think that day or the next day, and I picked up a cup. And I was so happy until we lost by one hole, and I had to give it to the other guy. So it sits on the west side of our office now in the sales group.
Yeah.
Me and my son are more operations guys, but we're getting it back this week. We're going to play again.
You're playing at Fox Prairie this week, right? That's you got to move that thing around. You know that the different locations.
Well, if you're going to offer some kind of discount package for Jeff Bragg and Brian Cleverly and myself,
I will be happy to give you guys.
Okay, we will move it to Fox Prairie this year, and all I know is that the Blades' son and dad are going to win. Yeah. Playing some good golf right now, Brandon.
Well, I'm not because I'm not playing right now, but. Let's go back to this game. We've got start of the third quarter, 19-0 Franklin Central over Carmel. And
there's Ridner off tackle. And Carmel's really making some adjustments here and starting to put it into the inside runs.
Yeah, they've made some good adjustments, and you would expect nothing less from Gary Brackett and getting that figured out.
That's going to bring up a 3rd and 12. You know, at this point, if you're Franklin Central, you're just trying to get that clock, keep that clock running. If you're Carmel, you really want something to build on. You know, it's a 9-game season. You turn right around and play next week. You're just looking for something to build on and get better and to be able to take with you and have a little confidence coming out of this. It's tough, and you know it's really tough. As a coach of youth ball, I lose sleep, which is crazy, but you just want the best for your kids. You want them to execute a plan, and it's works. You know, it's about more than football, really.
Well, and that's exactly what I was going to say. You know, we're dealing with 11 and 12-year-olds here, and you know, we can tell them all day long where we want them to be, what we want them to be doing, and how we want them to be doing it, and they're 11 and 12. You know as well as I do, they aren't always going to respond to that, and so you know, hopefully. You can show them something positive here. You can help them grow as young men, which ultimately, at the end of the day, should be every one of these coaches' goals. I know it's our goals to develop young men through football, and you know, you do that in wins and losses. So how are you gonna develop them from that?
Correct. Yeah, you don't learn a lot when you win all the time.
That's right.
So you just got to take those losses and. Yep, number 9 does get the edge. Some really good blocking downfield.
Boy, did you see him go flying there? He was airborne for about 5 yards on that. Watch this block coming out here.
That's Jordan Brooks, number 4 on the lead block. If you watch him, he plays with pop, and that's it right there. I mean, it's hard to teach that. Some kids have it naturally, and that's playing with pop, as Coach Scheib would say.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a nice football play right there.
They do a nice job getting the ball outside, and it seems like they're catching Carmel at just the right times when they're really trying to pinch.
Right.
And they're leaving a lot of space out there.
Yeah, Franklin Central really has offensively has called a really, really good game today. Just like you said, the right time, the right plays, and just really looks good.
Yeah, they got some weapons, and they're they're lining up right. They're running the plays right.
Missed block there.
Couple missed blocks. Yeah. The Jordan Brooks was able to evade the first tackler.
Yep.
But we need to, you got to get that edge block there, and he's okay. That's something where Jordan Brooks going to go back to Ridner and say, hey man. Last play, I'm over here throwing pancakes around to get you space, and now it's my turn to run, and you're not helping me out.
Absolutely.
I'd probably have to bring that up to him. Maybe he couldn't come stay the night with me tonight or something,
Sleepovers off, brother.
Yep, no ice cream for you.
So Coach, what do we have after this 6.5 minutes here?
Well, we know this is just the beginning for us, Coach Bennett. We got next we've got Arsenal Tech, who is an IPS team that's feeding and using Arsenal Tech's facilities and pulling our IPS kids. They've been in the league for, let's see, Brooks on a nice run, picks up about 8 yards. They're playing under the Arsenal umbrella, under a waiver. As we said, we're a feeder league now. We got a couple teams that are kind of wavered in as they're not just feeding one high school. So Arsenal was the Northwest Caps program forever, and they were one of the founding members of this league, and then the Indy Lions is the in-house league, and so they're recruiting. We gave them a waiver to stay in. We love them. They're good guys. Coach Head, Coach Williams, and they've got together a team of IPS kids and playing their games at Arsenal. They're going to be taking on Ben Davis, Junior Giants. Now, Ben Davis came back in our league last year. COVID really messed some things up, but we got some teams back in, and Coach Simmons, who we all know up here in Noblesville real well, he does a good job working with them, and they've got together a really nice squad this year. Coach Dudley, Phil Dudley, played there, and I talked with Coach Dudley last week, and he just told me how important high school football was to him, to get his life right, to give him something to shoot for, and he's a wonderful coach. And then Ben Davis is back in the league last year, and then now this year they're really looking good, and they don't have a lot of players. You know what? They said, we're going to get in it. We're going to have 18 or 19 kids. We're going to have an A-team only, and we're going to get back in the league and develop these guys. And they're doing it the right way. And I'm really looking forward to this game because it's very athletic teams, and it's going to be a fun game. That game comes here at 1 o'clock, and then we close out the evening at 3 o'clock with a rematch of last year's teams that were the third and fourth teams that were knocked out of the semi-state, which is Avon. New coach, Coach Reynolds, is coming in to take over Avon. They're really good. Got some running backs. Avon's just a good program all around. Fourth down, and it's going to be close.
Boy, I don't know if he got there, but that was a really smart play on the quarterback's part, letting Ridner get separated there from the defender to just throw it right over his head and give him a chance at least for that first down. But doesn't look like where they marked it he had enough.
A little victory for Carmel there, a little victory. Back to the 3 o'clock game will be Avon and Center Grove. Obviously, Center Grove is a perennial powerhouse in IHSA football. Every year you count on them to be there. But to be honest, that it starts down here with the Junior Trojans. Coach T.J. Smithy, Coach Scott McCoy. They have a Coach Bennett too, but unlike you, he can't read and write real well. He's from Sheridan. It's hard to talk about him. He'd probably watch this if he actually knew what the internet was. But Center Grove's perennial, every year good. We scrimmaged them last year. My prediction right now is they're the best team in our league. They're really tough, and they're so well coached. They're fast. They're physical. That'll be a tough game to see them in Avon because Avon, from what I hear, has a couple really good running backs and a good team. And so that 3 o'clock game will be something. So we got two really good ones coming up with BD Arsenal and Center Grove Avon, and that'll close out the kickoff classic here at this amazing stadium that Noblesville's built. It's unbelievable out here.
It really is.
It really is.
It's certainly a blessing to the community to have this stadium, and it's not just for football. They certainly it's a multi-purpose facility, and I know something that Noblesville is very proud of, and it's great to be out here at an event, get this thing opened up, and they used it for track season this year, and done some stuff with band, and had the ribbon cutting last weekend, a week ago. And officially opened this place up with the back-to-school bash. And, boy, what a space that we have here. And the game day experiences are they're going to be dramatically changed for Noblesville and our fans. We're really looking forward to it this year. So if you haven't had a chance to get out here yet, make sure you come out here Friday Night Lights. It doesn't get any better.
Yeah, it's going to be special. Noblesville supports our teams. We're battling to get our football program back into the winning columns. And I know from you and I have coached the first team you and I coached together with the Grinders are now juniors. And there's some really good classes coming through, and we're looking forward to Noblesville competing. But, I think I read a stat that I think 19 of the last 20 6A state champions from the state of Indiana have had teams in the IEFA. They've come from IEFA programs, which tells you, that, the HCC, the MIC has always been the power, but it's legitimate, and there's a good development process, too, that these kids come up through. And, hey, that's a nice play by Carmel. They found a little seam there. We're back. We're down to 4 minutes to play. Carmel's not giving up on this. They're again looking to get something positive to build out off of, and they're going to try to drive the field here and make something happen. It's going to be about a 3rd and 1. Now FC is starting to put some subs in, which is great that you have the ability to do that. Carmel looks like they still have most of their ones in. So, but this is good for these B teamers, if you will, from Franklin Central to get a look against the ones from the other team. And as a coach, you're looking to say, hey, maybe this kid's better than I thought. Maybe he can compete, and maybe he can do some things. It also can tell those kids, and to be honest with you, those parents that, you know what, maybe my kid ain't ready. Maybe coach does know what he's talking about. You know, maybe he's overwhelmed a little bit. But either way, the object's to develop these kids and let them have a chance and see what they can do.
Yeah, and hopefully, you know, with each of these programs, there's a strong enough B schedule that all these kids get an opportunity to go out and compete. And, you know, some of these guys they may not develop till mid-season, and it may be in a B game where they really just kind of find themselves, and then guess what? They find themselves playing more A time and just getting better. And that's a tough break for Carmel there on that pitch.
That's a fumble recovery there by number 10. Jeffrey Wise gets in the game and gets in position and makes a play. I mean, and you're right. That's the thing, Coach, is you and I have been dealing with this a long time. That, you know, yesterday we had a good game. We had fun. We won. As coaches, you know, I look at all the things we got to improve on, but you know, we walk away with 9 or 10 kids that didn't play. You know, this is a merit-based team league, and you know, it's a little more competitive. A lot of these kids, it's the first time that maybe they're playing for somebody that is not a dad, or you know, and it's tough. I don't like walking away from a game looking at 8, 9, or 10 kids that didn't get in the game. But as you said, we play B games. We have 7 B games scheduled. We have a B game with Westfield Monday night, and all those kids that didn't play yesterday are going to be out there on Monday. And I tell them, hey, if you want to get a shot, you know, I'm not saying we're right or wrong. All we're doing is making the best decision we think we can make with who we got. But if you go out there on a Monday night for one of these teams and you just dominate, then leave your coaches with no choice but to put you in on a Saturday.
Absolutely.
And that's what you got to do. You don't complain or be a victim. You find a way to give us no choice. So
well, and that's what sport's all about, you know, and especially football. You know, the old saying goes, "Put it on tape." And you know, we tell the kids that don't talk about it, don't complain, just go out and perform. And I love the idea of make it hard on us, you know, make us have to make some tough decisions. Because at the end of the day, then we're competing, and kids are getting better, they're developing. So when they put us in a tough spot because they're all competing, that's what we want to see.
Right? Yeah, we want to be sitting around wondering, heck, should we play this guy? Should we play that guy?
That's right. You just never know when your number's going to be called, and whether it's at the end of a game when you're down or when you're winning 19-0, or even down 19-0. You got to get in there and take every opportunity you get. Yeah,
right now's the time to say, hey, man, this guy maybe should play.
Right.
And, you know, every season I look back and I'm always wondering, man, should I probably play this kid more, or did we make a mistake here? But, that, you know, as a parent, that's all you can really ask from your coaches, is that they're trying to be objective, trying to be fair. And you and I haven't had a kid in this league for a long time.
Right.
So, you know, we're just trying to represent our community and again, build young men. So I got a couple more sponsors here I'm going to go ahead and thank as this game winds up. SASTM, special or less damage, more healing. That's that sound-assisted soft tissue mobilization. Instruments and techniques that allow the clinician to feel and hear the fibrotic tissue while leaving the good tissue alone. This enables the patient to have a faster recovery from all soft tissue elements. Book an appointment at sastm.com to find out what less damage, more healing really means. Again, I've done this process. It's effective. It works. It's interesting, and it really helped loosen up my frozen shoulder, and I highly recommend it to anyone. Here's a run off the right side. Carmel stacks it up pretty good. Believe that was Jordan Brooks again. Is he number 4?
Yep.
Carmel did a pretty nice job stacking that up to bring up a 3rd and long. Highland Insurance. Highland offers personal insurance, including your home, auto, watercraft, or personal items. We also offer a variety of risk specialty services for your business insurance needs and a full suite of employee benefit services, including health and wellness. Visit us at Hylant.com, HYLANT.com.
Well, we're winding down here to a minute and a half, finishing this game up. Franklin Central taking their time, got third 3rd and long here, but looks like they still have still got their ones in, just trying to finish this thing out.
Well, you know, Franklin Central's had some goods and bad years, and as a coach, you don't want to. Sometimes you don't want to leave anything to the judges, if you will. You just want to go ahead and finish the game, and got a little rugby scrum there.
Just a good hard run. I tell you what, he really does. He is tough to bring down. He's going to be a beast in this league, Coach. I think we're seeing a pretty good running back out here that's going to make a name for himself.
Yeah, I think he's definitely on the right track. Now this is 4th down. FC should be able to take a knee here and end the game. Sometimes, though, even at the youth level, coaches aren't kind of aware of those things. I find myself lost a little bit, too, at occasion. But, you know, this is a good time to take a knee, line up. Next game will start in about 17 minutes, so we're actually on schedule pretty well. At the conclusion of this game, we will sign off and take a quick break, and we'll join you right up before kickoff of the Arsenal BD game. Thanks to the – well, that's not exactly a knee.
No. Oh.
I want to teach the victory formation down there, Coach West. But thanks to Mr. and Mr. Walford, father-son up here, doing a great job producing this game and many, many events. Go to HCTV1.com and look at all the different things they do. All these games will be up there for quite a while. I don't know how long they stay up there. I watched ours last night, but these games will all be on there, and as well as many other events they do. So we appreciate you guys watching and viewing, and we look forward to seeing you. Congrats to Franklin Central Flashes on starting the season off with a 19-0 win over the Carmel Pups. We'll see you guys at the kickoff of game number 2 at about 1 o'clock.